there were these three girls that were in the boat together, and like the whole way down the river.
No, we had growing with us. Because we grew started.
You remember them?
The water.
I know we had Roman and Joya was point like, what did you guys? We fell so many times when Roman was with us.
But it was like the whole way down, literally the whole way down the river. All you heard was beep, beep, beep.
Oh,
no.
no.
And so forth and so on. And it was like, and I remember telling her, I was like, I said, Joy, like dead serious, when we get married, like we are not gonna be that where the whole marriage through, we stick together, we stick it out, but we fussing and fighting, and it's a miserable ride. And it's like, I've just been thinking a lot about the reality of marriage, and there's only so much that I can imagine, without actually walking that mile. But when I really sat and started thinking about, husbands love your wives as Christ loved the church, the closer we got to, once we really started making plans, and I really started to see like, okay, this is it, like, you for real about to lock into this, and there's no way out, like, there's only one way out, and that way, it's sinful to get out that way, but there's only one way out, and it's like, if you do get out other than death, then that's an infraction on you against God, and then it's also an infraction on you, with your one spouse. And just thinking about all of that, and I'm like, there is no backup plan. There is no plan B. There is you're in this, and there's a certain way that it has to be done in order for it to be fruitful and prosperous. And that really made me start thinking about just myself, who I am, my insecurities, my faults, failures, everything. And then even when I started to really pay attention to, husbands, love your wife like Christ loved the church. Like, what does that mean? Like, how exactly did he love the church? And it's like, he died the death of his bride when it was all her fault and none of his fault. Mm-hmm. And I was thinking about that, and I was like, that's what I'm supposed to do. And I was like, honestly, I have to admit to myself that, like, Jesus has to bring me to that level of love. And really thinking about that, I just really got intimidated. And for some of you, if within the last few months, if it seemed like I was vexing you a lot with different questions about different things, it is because, yes, to some degree, I am intimidated. Because, like, that's a tall order to, really, the times that even coming to her sometimes and apologizing, when I was wrong, or sometimes even when it's like, I may not necessarily have been wrong about the argument, but maybe wrong about the way I went about confronting her. It's like, and thinking about, that's going to be a lifelong process, and that's going to keep on going and keep on going and keep on going. And it's like, to some degree, I am intimidated. And I don't know, like today I really was kind of flipping out, because I was just, this is one more thing where it's like, all right, you're almost there. Like, You've had the celebration with your family, now you're having it with your friends, and it's like, this is coming together more and more. And I don't know, like, to see you guys here, and no shade at, whoever's not here, because they had, different things going on. But you guys here, like, this really it's very comforting, because y'all are people that for the last few years, I've been around y'all for a while. And, it's like y'all are here at a very pivotal moment in our lives, and it is very comforting, because especially now that we have married people in the group and soon to be mom and dad, so believe me, I will be calling. I might be asking some very personal questions, but
we will.
What do you do when she says nothing now?
Lisa, you quote scripture.
You know all the
But no, like, just for y'all to be here, I mean, it is something that I'm very grateful for it, and it is very encouraging, whether you realize it or not, because the more and more I think about marriage, the more and more I talk to people, the more and more I see I do need people to lean on, and I'm gonna need it because all my life, well, a good bit of my life, I've just been a very to myself, do it on my own kind of person, and like this is something that's really showing me that that's not the best way to do life, and that's not really what God intended. And so, thank y'all so much. All of that to say, thank y'all so much for coming. Thank you guys so much for who y'all are, for what you allow God to do in your life, because you know what you allow God, how you allow God to shape you, it does have an effect on the people around you, whether you know it or not. And so, you know, thank you for being here, and like this really means so much to me. Even though I am dead serious about go to the registry and buy us stuff. I'm dead serious about that. But just y'all being here, like this really is, like this, because she knows that my first love language is quality time. So for me, time with people outside of a regimented setting means so much more to me than, you know, monetary gifts. That don't mean don't go to the restaurant. It just means that in the event that you did not go, I would eventually get over it. But initially, I'm gonna judge you. So yes, thank y'all so much for being here with me and my soon-to-be bride.
And thank you, Lee and Angela, for your home, just opening it for us. And that was really all wonderful. And I was talking with Tim the other day, just real fast, about how much we really admire how y'all haven't done your newlywed thing for a year or two before you opened up your home, you know, to other people. You really engaged the friends you had while you were single, and I really love that y'all have cultivated just fellowship with friends in your first few months of your marriage even. And I was telling Tim, like, that's just such a good example of what we can do, because I believe marriage is more than just, you know, me and him, it's us and what can God use us for.
Yep.
And so I really am glad that, you know, we have examples and we have chances with people just to really love on you guys, and, you know, so, yeah. I'm glad we got to see y'all.
And go to the registry.
Ooh, that thing.
Post that on Facebook.
You invite to the wedding, you can still.
No, that doesn't mean you're invited to the wedding.
You actually have a whole year after the wedding to give gifts.
Yeah,
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah,
They
isn't
were
that
like,
crazy?
if you bought something, you need to take it off the registry. Or like, if somebody